Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jen and I love all things color. We talk about makeup and skincare and a splash of fashion. So I've started a few fashion videos. If you're interested, take a look at them. But today we're going to be talking strictly skincare and a popular topic and a very popular skincare product, that is castor oil. And I used castor oil for 2 years and I got a very good idea of what it did and what it didn't do. So I stopped using castor oil and I haven't used it for a year. So I used it 3 years, started 3 years ago, used for 2 years, and then I stopped it altogether, and then I haven't used it for a whole year and I don't intend on going back. Don't get me wrong, what castor oil does is it creates the tacky, it makes your skin tacky when you put it on. It's a very viscous oil, and it kind of like when you put it on, it kind of creates this tacky surface wherever you put it on, and then it kind of creates this softening effect. There is a reason I used it for 2 years straight, and I shouted from the rooftops about how amazing, incredible it is. I featured it on so many of my favorites videos, end of year favorites videos, must have videos. So I loved it absolutely for 2 years. Then why did I stop using it? But don't get me wrong, I did not just completely skip that skincare routine step where I kind of lock all the ingredients in and that heavy moisture skin step. I didn't skip it. I just replaced it. This used to be that step. I used to use castor oil for that step. I replaced that product and went with a Vaseline. So I still use that last step in my nighttime skincare routine, where I just finish my whole skincare routine and lock everything in with a product, just not with castor oil but with Vaseline. And I have not, yes, it's just the first year. When I started the first year with this, I felt just like on top of the world. My skin felt it's on top of the world. But let's talk about quickly, very briefly, why I stopped it, and then we're gonna go in depth why I stuck with this, and I have no intentions on going back to castor oil because that's what the video is all about. So I developed skin conditions, skin problems, not because of castor oil, just FYI, not because of castor oil at all. Like I said, I used this as a final step. I thought initially for the first year especially, this is like do it all kind of a product. Everything great that was happening to my skin was because of castor oil. That was my opinion, because my skin was doing really well and this was that cherry on top. That's what it was doing, but I didn't know that at that time. I was like, everything that's happening is because of castor oil. But I tried different skincare product, I tried this and that, and it kind of ruptured my skin barrier. Yes, that's that word. I just made a video and I just could not get that word out, and honestly it was so hot at the time, and the fan was completely in different direction, that the heat was really distracting me. I'm sorry, but now I feel much better. I have the fan straight to me. Okay, getting back to the video. So what was I saying? This is why I don't like segue and talk about other things, because I completely forgot where we were. Okay, I just recalled. I had to take a 2-second pause to kind of like gather my thoughts. So we were at how I used other skincare products and it kind of triggered and kind of ruptured the skin barrier, and I had an eczema breakout, like a flare-up I should call it. It was really bad and I could not like understand. Like I was like, my skin was doing so good. Look at my skin, look how soft it is. How can it go from this to that? And then how can castor oil not do its magic on dry skin? That's what castor oil is supposed to do. Castor oil is like the queen of skincare, at least in my mind at that time. but it just did not, and it just hit me. Yes, obviously I needed a medical ointment, like actual medicine to cure the eczema and also other skincare conditions that kind of like came in and out at during the second year. So first year of castor oil was like flying and top, and then the second year, in the latter part of the second year, I was starting to question. Not that I hated it, I just felt it was not helping me when my skin is actually needing extra help, like medical help. This didn't do. That's when I realized this is a superficial softener, superficial skin softener. It is tacky, it is viscous, it stays longer than other oils, that is for certain, but it's just a skin softener. That's when I started trying Vaseline. I definitely got that idea all from a dermatologist. She's here on YouTube. Her name is Dr. Dre. She's really good. I love how she gets to the point. She doesn't have all these frills. She doesn't have any of these fancy way of putting things. Her content is backed by research, and it just makes sense, to be honest. And yeah, so she definitely suggested Vaseline as something that locks in like no other, locks in moisture and everything in like no other. And I have to say that is true. This really, the other skin condition I was talking about was KP on my arms. You see that there's a little bit of there's this patch of hyperpigmentation, right? I never showed it on camera, just patch of hyperpigmentation. But the pimples, that is the hyperpigmentation, is something you need to heal over years. That's a separate matter. But I used to get like big pimples, and those pimples, those cluster of pimples that usually you get in KP, just keeps coming, and but I think I should make a different video for that, how I treated KP by myself. I really did. I know that people make so many videos on things that they just treat by themselves, but I'm always kind of skeptical when they do that. But I used all non-irritating products, so maybe I'll do it like if I have time, maybe I'll just like film it right after this, because just 4 products. So yeah, anyways, and it is true, my friends, this truly helped with my eczema and my KP and any other highly dry skin issues. So both are associated with dry skin. Eczema and KP are both like have that underlying common issue of dry skin, except that they are very extreme, very extreme dry skin, right? To the point that everything like it has to be treated. So let me quickly show you what this is. I'm sure you know what Vaseline is, and I have used also in-house brands from CVS, Walgreens, Target. They're not the consistency of those in-house Vaseline like knockoffs. The consistency is not like Vaseline. Vaseline is definitely more thicker. Those in-house brands are more thinner and more slippery, and this has more body to it, if that makes sense. So I've tried them all, and I come back to Vaseline, and I do feel like a big difference. How this also stays. So this also creates a tacky surface. Oh, before I forget, I want to show you what this looks like. I know I should buy castor oil in a glass container. I've heard it a million times, but this is just for show. I do not use it. This is just like a demo product. Like here, this is castor oil. This is what it looks like, kind of like an idea. And this is an oil. This also is super tacky. I would say castor oil is more tacky. For sure, castor oil is more tacky than Vaseline, and it I have to say castor oil leaves the skin more softer because it's more tacky, but it I'm sorry guys, I had a little interruption. My landscaping guy is here and I had to open the gate for him. I'm so sorry about that, but let's get back to where we were. We were comparing the tackiness, right? I'm sorry if the lighting is a little off. I had to like close the curtain because he's gonna be like doing his work here. So yeah, the consistency, this is more, castor oil is more tacky than Vaseline, so that makes it, I feel, this is also tacky, don't get me wrong, but castor oil is more tacky, and if I feel that is more comfortable for me personally. And then secondly, this is not oil, it is an actual I feel this is done or created. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. This is a created product. Is it not? Yes, it is natural occurring, but it is processed in a consistency that it kind of absorbs into the skin. But oil in its natural state doesn't really like, it kind of like just stays on the surface. It kind of, maybe in our mind it kind of absorbs, it looks like it's absorbed, but it actually wears off or it kind of rubs off. I don't feel castor oil actually goes deep into the skin and actually does anything. It kind of like leaves, as it wears off, it leaves the surface tacky, but it's just superficial. It just didn't, so yeah, that's why I feel Vaseline is best of both worlds, because it's not as tacky as castor oil, but it kind of like stays, and I don't feel it actually rubs off. It kind of like stays on your skin, and whatever product you put under first or underneath Vaseline, it kind of like locks that thing in, and it truly has given me like outstanding results. And these results were not when my skin is was at its best, like when I first initially started using castor oil. My skin was really good, and this was like amazing, and I attributed that to castor oil. But when my skin was really in the gutter, was really gone to the dogs, and when I used this really revived my skin. I just could not. That's when I like realized that this is not a superficial product. This doesn't, yes, you please do not replace moisturizer with Vaseline, because moisturizer actually does a different job of moisturizing. This is locks everything in and keeps it in place, and does not, and really makes everything that you put underneath like really work, you know what I mean, and also gives you that extra moisturization and kind of like heals your skin. I definitely feel it really, original healing jelly, it really heals your skin. It is a healing product, and I truly figured that out because I started using this when my skin was at rock bottom so bad that I was like, I stopped using everything else. I was like so concerned with my skin. I just stopped everything else. Every serum that I had, every expensive serum, I stopped everything else, and I just used the bare minimum, and it created wonders for my skin. It really did. So yeah, this is what replaced my castor oil, and that last step, extra boost, this is what it did. And I really don't, this is my 4th tub. I really mean it. This is a 13 ounce. It's huge, and I take it with me wherever I go. I never go without a day using it. And like I said, I don't use it as a moisturizer. I don't use it as a lip balm. I put it over everything. I use it as a final step, like how how you would use an oil as like a final step. So yep, I really hope this video was helpful. I think I covered the main reasons why I picked this, and I don't think I'm going to go back. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.